So both fighters getting introduced. Dontel Mays first. Caio Machado up next. Mark Smith is the referee. And there we go. Both fighters introduced. And they're checking in. Hey, baby. Huh? Yeah, what's up? You can talk to me. Both fighters coming together. They touch gloves, and here we go. Don't expect this fight to take very long. And some big left and rights already. Dontel Mays, a big dude, man. He's American. Machado, Brazilian. The problem with Mays is he's 10-6, right? He's got several losses. But nonetheless, we're still predicting him to win this fight. These are big boys in the heavyweight division. And to me, Dontel Mays has got to get an early finish, you know, because already he's throwing 12 strikes, only landing 6, so he's whiffing on 6. He's going to get tired. And Caio Machado right now looking very comfortable and in no rush. Here, as he knows, the key for him is take this fight into deep water, wear down Dontel Mays. He'll do it for himself. He's carrying a lot of weight. And a big left by Machado. Dontel Mays slips and gets right back up. 350 left in round 1. And both guys are attempting to throw big strikes, but they're not landing. Right now, they're a combined 12 for 34. That's like 33% in terms of connecting. So they're throwing a lot of punches that aren't landing. And to me, that means both fighters, especially in the heavyweight division, are going to tire and slow down. Make no mistake about it. And already you're seeing the pace slow down from the first minute. Both guys trying to land jabs now. Oh, and Dontel takes a left and swings back with a left. And he's already slipped twice. Because Machado's bringing it to him. Dontel Mays is stepping back into the octagon and he's stepping right on the fence. And that's what's causing him to lose balance for a moment. First 2 minutes gone. And a nice jab there by Mays. And that's what he needs. He needs to slow down, breathe, realize that, okay, 2 minutes and 20 seconds are gone. You may not get the KO. And if this fight's going to go a long ways, you can't afford to tire out. Got to protect yourself. Right now he's looking good. He's up 13-5 in significant strikes. But can he keep the pace? You know, that's always been the question with Dontel. It's not that he's not a big guy. It's not that he can't compete at a high level. But second by second, as the fight goes on, he begins to tire, where his opponents don't. He begins to eat punches. And that's not something that you can continually do and be successful. Oh, nice left there by Mays. Problem is he threw 3 and missed and landed 1. 15 for 41 for Mays. So that's 26 punches he's throwing and missing. And when you throw and miss a punch, ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you, that tires you out every time. And if we can get a finish here in the first or second round, we'll be right back on track. Back to the normal 30 minutes for each fight. And this card will really begin to slow down. Come on, Mays. Time it up, man. Spinning back kick looked like it took an hour to land for Dontel Mays. So he's clearly slowing down. But here comes some big combinations. All of them missed. 4 straight punches missed. 18 for 51. And we'll keep bringing that up because he's doubling the pace of Machado. And if he doesn't get the KO, he's going to come out tired in round 2. Trust me when I tell you. 40 seconds left here, first round. Oh. Oh! Big right by Mays, drops Machado. But he can't come in and connect. Machado doing the right thing, staying on his back, not trying to get up. And yeah, he took one, but he's fine. That was big for Mays. That's going to get him the round, especially being on top here with 15 seconds left. And it's too bad he couldn't capitalize because he had Machado for a second. But Machado recovered. Going to be interesting. Nice round by Dontel Mays, but I'm not sure he can keep this up for 2 more rounds. This first minute or two might be very important for Dontel Mays in this fight. Going to be very important. Let's kind of take a look at where we're at right now. We didn't update Yantop and Souza yet, but we went 1-1 there. So we're basically 2-2 on the night. We got Ivana Petrovic, we got Ketlin Souza, we lost James Yantop, and Gabriel Benitez. Right now we're in fight number 5, however you want to look at it, or number 9, as we lead up to fight 1. But and you look at those picks we got Mays right now. While we're worried about him tiring out, we got Austin Hubbard, Victor Henry, and Tim Means. And in the chat room, that poll is still going, right? Let us know who you like, Tim Means or Uros Medic, as we get closer to that fight. But that's kind of where things stand right now after 4 fights, 2-2 on the night. Not great, but we'll take it. And now we're seeing some shots in slow motion and some big ones landed. Ooh. Boy, he had Machado for about a second and a half. And probably should have just jumped on him. He was worried about taking a leg kick on the way down, so he's, messing with his legs, but I don't think Machado was going to do anything with the legs. I think he was, down for the count for about 2 seconds, and if Mays could have come in and landed another big shot, it could have been over. And now a big right by Dontel Mays. And now we're going to start keeping an eye on the fact if he can continue this pace, right? He threw 60 strikes in round 1, and I don't think he's going to throw 60 in this round. Just don't see that happen. Oh, big left landed by Machado. And what we always got to remember in the UFC, much like boxing, is one big round is great, but if you lose the other 2, even if they're close, you still lose the fight. So Dontel Mays hopefully didn't throw himself out in the first round, as he's already looking like he's slowing down. He's still got the power, but he's not able to move those feet anywhere near what he did in round 1. And it's not even great to begin with, but now he's definitely flat-footed, and Machado's starting to pick up the pace. And Dontel Mays whiffs on back-to-back uppercuts. Ooh. Lands a left and a right, though. Come on, catch him, Mays. Let's go, man. Ooh. And every now and then, these guys are heavyweights, don't forget. They're landing some big strikes. They're whiffing a lot too, but they're landing some big strikes here and there. I'm just waiting for the big one that connects to end the fight. Ooh. Okay, Mays. Okay, baby. Halfway through round 2, and Mays takes a big left and blinks afterwards. I definitely felt that one. Still pretty even in this round. I don't think you can call it for either guy yet as we near the 2-minute mark, but Machado's certainly picking up the pace. You're starting to see those stats close in a little bit, which will lead you to believe that Machado's winning this round, even if it's very slight. Yeah, he's up. No, he's down 11-10. Mays led 22-15 in the first round, leading 11-10 right now, so this round is up for grabs. And if you're Mays, even if you're tired, you got to press a little bit here, because if you win this round, that's huge, right? If you go up 2-0, even a terrible round, you're getting a draw. You can go into round 3 saying, hey, I just can't get finished, and I'm very, very likely to get the win. So go ahead and expend a little energy here. 90 seconds left, round 2. Nice left there by Machado. Ooh, spinning back fist missed. And you can see Mays now dropping the hands, right? Machado still got his hands up, protecting himself. Don'Tale Mayes dropping the hands, clearly getting tired. But go ahead and expend some energy here and get this round, Mays. Go ahead and get this round. Mays jumps up and takes a leg kick to the thigh. Nice. And he smiles. And a flying knee doesn't connect for Machado. Both guys connecting at the same time. And I'll tell you what, I was wrong. Mays is still throwing at the same clip. He's thrown 116 significant strikes and just landed 41. Machado in the same boat, just not as active. He's 38 for 94. So his percentage is a little better, but here he is. He's opening up now. Don'Tale Mayes against the fence, final 10 seconds. And he's smiling, but he's getting out of there. And Mayes finishing strong, but I don't know if he got this round. And you know, these guys are human beings, right? The judges are human beings, so if you see one guy kind of win the first round and the next round is close, I know I personally am going to go to the other guy because it's not clearly 2-0. And I know that's not the way it should be. It should just be the individual round. But I think when you're looking at things like that, that's the way you go. So I'm going to lean towards this fight being 1-1, and that's not good for Don'Tale Mayes. He leads 44 to 38 in significant strikes, but that's not as important as the round by round. He's leading in head strikes 27 to 21. The only area that Machado is leading is in leg strikes. And we've seen throughout the night that the leg strikes by multiple fighters does not go well when you get into a decision, right? They want to see head strikes. They want to see significant strikes. And the leg strikes don't really mean very much. Especially when it's not noticeable, right? Especially when you don't notice any problems with Don'Tale Mayes taking the leg strikes. It's just 13 to 7, but he's not limping. He's not anything like that. You know, he definitely looks tired, and he's got another 5 minutes to go, which isn't easy for these big guys, but at the same time, both guys got an opportunity to win this fight. Round 3 is underway. Round 2 is 23-22 for Machado, and that's why I say I think the judges give that to Machado. I really do, because it was close. So it's either 1-1 or 2-0, and we'll see if they post some comments from X to see what people are saying. But to me right now, it's 19-19 or 1-1. And a nice uppercut by Mayes, but those punches still coming from a big guy don't possess the same power that they did, especially in the first round or the second round, really. He's clearly slowing down. His hands are down. He's backing off more. He's taking a jab here and there. And Machado's starting to feel more comfortable, starting to be a little bit more aggressive, although he's not, you know, he's not going to put himself in a position to get finished, even though he needs to press a little bit to try to get the victory. Here comes Machado. He's starting to get a little more aggressive, but again, he's taking punches on the way in, and he smiles and backs off, as you'd expect. And a big uppercut missed by Don'Tale Mayes. 3:27 left in round 3. I don't know if you hear the dogs in the background barking, but they must like it too. Who doesn't like a good heavyweight fight? Approaching the final 3 minutes, and Machado looking like he's getting more powerful, right? When you just look at it, but the fact is he's not getting more powerful. It's just that Don'Tale Mayes is slowing down. That's the bottom line. And all of a sudden, it's 50-50 in significant strikes, 29-25 still for Mays in head strikes. But as these stats get closer, that lets you know that Machado has been taking over this fight probably in the final 8 minutes if it continues this way. And it will likely come down to round 2. Which I could lead to a potential split decision, because round 2 was so close, almost even. It's very likely you're going to get some judges go one way and another judge or two go the other way. And that's assuming that Machado can win round 3 here. Final 2 minutes. Big left and a right by Don'Tale Mayes. But Machado leads 17-7 in significant strikes and has taken the lead overall 55-54. The reason we keep you apprised of these stats is just so you can see how the fight is changing over time. Don'Tale Mayes was way up, nearly 10 or 15 significant strikes after round 1. And since then, Machado has just continued to close the gap. Machado smiling and yelling at Mayes, saying, let's go. You know, if you're Mayes now, look at the clock. There's 90 seconds left. You know, he doesn't nearly look as tired as he has in other fights that have gone the distance. And you got to start to get confidence in yourself now and say, hey, there's about a minute left, minute 15 left. Let's empty the gas tank. Because the fight is on the line. And you don't want to lose this fight and look back and say, man, I could have went harder in the final minute. Machado looking up at the clock. He knows how important this final minute will be. But clearly winning this round, it's going to make the decision very interesting. Final 30 seconds here, and I did not see this fight closing in on a decision, right? You're looking at two heavyweights with, especially Don'Tale Mayes, with a lot of power, connected early, had an opportunity to get the finish, couldn't capitalize, and now you're stuck in a battle. It's almost even with 10 seconds left. And Machado saying, come on, and he's clearly the aggressor now. He's likely going to win this round. And that's the bell. And both guys touch gloves. I think they both like their performance. Both guys got their hands in the air. And I'm pretty much telling you this is going to be a split decision. I mean, unless just amazingly enough that all three judges agree on round 2, which I find that hard to believe because you're looking at basically an even round. So look for a split decision here. We'll stay in until we get this decision, and we'll take a quick break. We got a lightweight fight up next between Austin Hubbard and McCall Figlak, and then finally to round out the prelims, we got Rainy Yahya and Victor Henry. Who doesn't like that? So before we get into the decision, it's going to be a round-by-round fight, but the stats are interesting. 70-68 significant strikes for Caio Machado. 70-70 overall. Head strikes 41-35 for Mayes, but he was up big in that after the first round. Machado closed the gap. Body strikes 17-17. Leg strikes, which aren't really that important, 18-10 for Machado. So you can see with those stats that as we go down, they're very close. Very close. And that leads me to believe we're getting a split decision here between Mayes and Machado. And here we go. Both fighters coming together. Machado's got his hand in the air. Now Mayes. Here we go. Oh, it's going to be unanimous. Probably Mayes. Don'Tale Mayes gets a unanimous decision. So all three judges gave him round 2. That's crazy. But listen, we'll take it, man. We're 3-2 on the night. We'll take it, baby. Don'Tale Mayes getting a big win here. Heavyweight division at UFC Vegas 91.